Today I want to show you a way to give audio-video feedback to your students. Here's what I mean. I recorded this one earlier today. Hi Marlo, thank you so much for your Module 4 assignment submission. I see it. I received it here in the training course, the online faculty training course. Thank you so much. I've read through your reflection and I've also enrolled myself in your practice course. So that's what I'm taking a look at to see if you were able to, the first thing we asked you to do was to create that calendar entry. So I'm going to pull up the calendar tool in your course and hopefully you didn't have any problems with that. Excellent. So you got that discussion post 1 added to your calendar entry. Now, pretty cool, right? So that's from our online faculty training certification program. I'm an instructor in that course and I grade the Module 4 assignment. And I use feedback like that with the faculty members who are in the course. Oftentimes they'll ask me, hey, how'd you do that? And it's pretty simple to do. It uses free tools, and I wanted to show you today how I go about doing that. So let's rewind and let's take a look back at how I recorded that video earlier today. I'm going to start by going to www.screencast-o-matic.com. It's a free tool. It will require Java in order to work, but it's browser-based, so there won't be any additional software to install. You also don't need to make an account with Screencast-O-Matic, so that makes it easy too. Once you're on the Screencast-O-Matic website, remember, no need to log in. Just look for the Start Recording button and click that. Once you do so, you'll see that Java loads. It's really quick on my computer because it's loaded in this browser so many times. But if you're visiting for the first time or using Screencast-O-Matic for the first time, you may get a message here about updating your Java or allowing Java to run in your browser. In my case, though, it loaded pretty quickly. Then I get this dotted outline around a part of my screen, and that's the recording frame, the part of my screen that's going to be included in the recording that I'm making. The gray box in the center allows me to drag and drop that recording frame around to a different part of my screen. Notice I can also use the bars and around the edges of the dotted line to resize this recording frame. In my case, I want to record almost the entire screen for my students. So resizing that recording area is totally up to you and depends on what you're going to be recording in your case. So that's setting up the screen area. The next thing that you want to do is to make sure that your microphone is set up. So right now I'm seeing that the green bar is moving. That's good. It means audio capture is on and it's already detecting the sound of my voice. If you don't find that happens automatically, you're going to want to click on the arrow button and it'll show you the microphones that it detects on your computer. You can select the one that you want it to use for your recording. As long as you see that green bar moving, then you're good to go with recording audio. The next thing is to set up your webcam. Now, I really like using the webcam. I think that it adds a personal touch to the recording. It's something that I think helps increase the notion that I'm a real person, really here to assist in the training course. So my webcam is already connected. I click the webcam button here to select the webcam, and as soon as I do that, we're going to get a preview of what my viewers will see. So here's where you fix your hair and you make sure that no one's making funny faces behind you. And this preview is going to go away though once I actually begin the recording. So it can be distracting to see yourself on the screen. So it's nice that that goes away when you're doing the recording. You don't have to be staring at yourself there. So basically, I'm all set up. I've got my audio set up, I've got my screen capture area set up, and my webcam is working just fine. All I'm going to do now is bring up whatever it is on the screen that I'm recording for my students. So I could bring up a Word document if I was going to be reviewing a Word document that they submitted to me, a PDF, anything that's on my computer screen I can pull up and record here. So in my case, it's the Module 4 assignment submission, so that's in Blackboard. And here I've got a real participant in our training course, and she's submitted the Module 4 assignment, and now I'm going to be giving her feedback. In my case, I pull up Blackboard, and then I'm going to be pulling up her practice course. So we have the participants in our training course enrolled in a practice course in Blackboard where they practice doing things, and this is where I will be doing the recording, most of it anyway. So I've got that ready to go as well. One thing I want to mention, as you're doing your recording, try to make some eye contact with the camera there. It feels a little funny, a little awkward to look into the camera lens while I'm sitting here in my office recording this here in the moment. It feels a little strange, but it has a big impact on your viewer, on your student in this case. It gives that personal connection, like I'm actually talking to you. Notice the difference when I'm sitting here just talking into the computer screen, or maybe here I'm looking over at my other monitor and I'm just talking to my students, blah, 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 versus when I really look into the lens of that camera. Yes, it feels a little bit awkward in the moment, but it makes a big difference when I'm talking to you directly, right? Yes, you. It's like I'm talking to you directly. You get the point. You get the point. So every once in a while, look up and look into the camera. It'll make your students feel like you're really talking to them, even though, like I said, it might feel a little silly to be doing that during the recording itself. Just every once in a while, give it a try. Okay, so I think we're good to go. I'm going to start the recording by clicking the red Start Recording button. And once I do so, it's going to count me down 3, 2, 1, and then I can begin the recording. Once I'm done, there will be a Done button. Well, once I click Start Recording, a Done button is going to be displayed here, and I will be able to then click it once I'm done. Okay, and then I will get a preview of it. You'll see from there. Okay, so I'm going to let this recording run so that you see the whole process. My recording to this student, these usually take about 3 to 4 minutes, so bear with me. Feel free to skip through it if you don't care about what I'm going to say to this particular student. That's fine. It takes about 3.5 to 4 minutes. Okay, so here we go. Oh, here's the window, the message that's telling me that it's going to hide my webcam preview, so I'm not distracted by this, so that's good. Then it counts me down. Hi Marlo, thank you so much for your Module 4 assignment submission. I see it. I've received it here in the training course, the online faculty training course. Thank you so much. I've read through your reflection, and I've also enrolled myself in your practice course. So that's what I'm taking a look at to see if you were able to. The first thing we asked you to do was to create that calendar entry. So I'm going to pull up the calendar tool in your course, and hopefully you didn't have any problems with that. Excellent. So you got that discussion post 1 added to your calendar entry. Now, to edit a calendar entry, all you do is you click on it, and it gives you the option to change anything in those fields. You can delete it if you need to do that as well. That question comes up quite a bit. The other thing we asked you to do was to create a link to the announcements tool, which you did. Hopefully that was pretty straightforward. You can create a link to other tools in your course menu should you need to do that same way. And I also see that you added a couple announcements to the announcements tool. So that's perfect. An announcement about the syllabus, and then another one in Module 8, it looks like, for the sample test that you created. That's great. Hopefully that was straightforward. I'm sure you've done that a million times in your online courses. Remember, the handy thing here is that you can edit and send a copy of this to students if you needed to blast your students' emails. That's a way to get them an emailed copy of this announcement as well. So don't forget about that option. And then the other thing we asked you to do was to add your syllabus to the course. So you've done that. It looks like it's a Word document. I'm going to go ahead and click on that. It'll open up in Microsoft Word. And I like this. I'm conducting more research with that Jane Goodall. That's good. That's the kind of stuff that grabs students' attention, just like it grabbed mine. So that's great. It's fun that you've included that. The other thing that we just check on, I'm just going to do a search on Blackboard. It looks like it's picking up a couple Blackboard mentions here. You may also want to include, in terms of Blackboard, the Blackboard support information. So if you go into our sample syllabus, which is in that Module 4 content, you'll find at the very, very bottom of the sample syllabus, there's the technical requirements and the Blackboard orientation material. So both of those contain some information that you could share with your online students. It might be helpful, especially that 24/7 help desk phone number. So feel free to copy and paste that from the sample syllabus if you wanted to add it to your own syllabus as well. Okay, so we're good here, we're good here. Let me go back over to Firefox where you did your reflection, and looks like you picked up a couple things that you'd need to do to improve your own syllabus, including adding a section about netiquette, how to prepare computers. So that's that technical requirements link that I just shared with you. And you're thinking about maybe making it a more interactive, interesting syllabus. That's great. Let us know if you need any help with that. Send out an email as soon as emails are provided a couple days before the semester starts. So keep in mind that you do have the ability to email your students as soon as they start registering for your class if you do it through Blackboard. So you can go into the Grade Center, and there's a send email function. There's a button in the Grade Center for sending email. If you go through the Grade Center, then you'll be able to email your students as soon as you start seeing names appear in the Grade Center, which is usually well before a few days before the beginning of the semester starts. So you might be able to get them earlier if you wanted to. And then your welcome announcement sounds cool, especially this icebreaker, Two Truths and a Lie forum. That I bet really gets your students' attention. That's fun. And if you need any help with a welcome video, let us know. Your rubric for this assignment, great job with your practice course activity. You've got 10 points for that, and then I'm also going to give you 10 points for your reflection as well, full credit. Great job, Marlo. Keep up the wonderful work. Thank you for your Module 4 assignment submission. Okay, so you saw then I just clicked the done button. Okay, it is going to give me a preview of that video. So that was 4 minutes and 3 seconds. I have the option of picking up my webcam and placing it wherever on the screen best fits, given the content that I'm also recording behind it. So I'd want to put this in a place that isn't going to be hiding something important underneath it, right? In this case, I'm good here. I'm going to hit the play button, and you probably won't hear this, but it's going to play in my headset, my speakers. You just want to do probably a real quick check there to make sure that you did get audio, and in fact I did. And then you're going to use the Publish to YouTube button here. So, like I said, you want to have your YouTube account already set up, and that's free as well. So Publish to YouTube, you click that, and it's going to ask me for my YouTube title. So Module 4, let's do Module 4 Feedback, and her name is Marla Willows. I'm going to use that for the same title and description, and I can keep tags and category, the defaults here. Now, my privacy level, I want this to be an unlisted video once it gets over to YouTube, but I can't automatically do that from Screencast-O-Matic because I don't have the Pro account. So I'm going to keep it private, just temporarily. In order for Marla to be able to watch it, though, it's going to have to be unlisted. It can be public or unlisted, but private is only for users, specific YouTube accounts who I want to have access to this video. So for now, though, I have to keep it private, and I will be sending it to my YouTube account. So if this is your first time sending something to YouTube from Screencast-O-Matic, you would have to go through and add the account so that you see your account here. Mine's already been added and set up, so I'm good to go. I'm going to say upload to YouTube. Now this is going to encode the video and then upload to YouTube. So I'll wait here while this runs. It usually takes about a minute. Okay, so that's done. That took just over a minute. And notice it gives me the link that I can use to share with Marla right away. So I can even use my copy link to clipboard button, and now I've got that link on my clipboard. But remember, this video is set to private in YouTube. So if Marla was to pull up that video, it's not going to give her access. It's going to say this is a private video and you can't watch it. So I'm going to log into my YouTube account. youtube.com/Katie Palacios. I think I'm already logged in. I'm going to go into my video manager, and when I do that, I see that here's my video for Marlo. It's still processing on the YouTube side, but if I go into my drop-down menu next to Edit and Info and Settings, I can change the setting from private to unlisted. So now it's not a part of my public YouTube library. It's not something that just anybody could stumble upon. Only people who have the link to the video will be able to watch it. The unique URL that I'm only going to share with Marlo. So she's the only one that's going to be able to access it. And I don't have to worry about other people seeing it unless she decides that she wants to share that link with other people. So I want to save my changes, and let's see if the video has finished processing. It looks like it did. So here it is playing on YouTube, just over 4 minutes. You can see how it displays. I'm hearing audio in my headset here, and I've got the talking head with the assignment in the background. So now I go down, well actually I've already copied the link. So the link that I got through Screencast-O-Matic when I copied it is the same link that you've got here. So I've already got this link on my clipboard. Now in Blackboard, I've got my assignment feedback still for Marlo up. I'm going to go ahead and save the rubric that I completed for her for full credit. I can type out just minimal feedback here because all the feedback is in the recording, and then I have to give her the link to that recording. So let me type out some feedback. Okay, I've typed out some feedback. I'm going to paste Control-V, that YouTube link in here, but now I want that to be a hyperlink so that she can just click on it and it'll open up the YouTube video without having to do any copy-paste. So in order to do that, I have to go down to my full content editor button here. This A will open up that same comment box in the full content editor. So now if I highlight this, I have the ability to insert a link. I'm going to paste that same URL again. I want it to open up in a new window, so she'll click the link and the new YouTube window will pop up on top of it. I submit this, I submit this, and Marlo has now received my feedback video link. Okay, so there you have it. That's how I created that audio video feedback for my student, this one in particular. But I do it for every student. Almost every single participant gets a video for Module 4 feedback, and I think I can give higher value, better value feedback without having to type all that out. Unless my student, the participant is hearing impaired, there's no need to caption these videos. They just go to the individual student. So it's a great way to give them that feedback and include that personal connection with that feedback as well. They get to see the person as you are here in this video. We are big fans of video here, if you couldn't tell already. So anyway, enjoy this. Hopefully that was useful to you. Screencast-O-Matic and YouTube, both free tools and very useful if you're looking for ways to give student feedback in your online course. Thanks.